Well, hey, welcome. Yes, it's that time. I know it's a Sunday, but can't help what day the moon falls on. So welcome. Welcome to your oracle meditation. Here, we have learned to light our candle and to connect to the moon phases. We connect back to the moon phase to help give ourselves a sense of rhythm, sense of timing. Just like all creatures on the earth connect back to the moon and use the moon and the sun as a sense of guide, we also have learned to tune into that information. We know that the moon controls our emotion, the sun regenerates us, helps us capture that radiant love. So welcome to the Oracle Meditation. I am your medicine woman here to help navigate the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities. We are currently sitting in the first quarter moon, which is the halfway point. We are 50% visible. How does it feel? How does it feel to discover new parts of yourself? How does it feel to be making those decisions and picking up that momentum? As we move from one phase to the other, we are reminded that we are working on our chakra, on the word I am. We have then worked on our solar plexus, incorporating the word I can. We are now moving into the word I will. These are all phases that we also move into as we learn and discover and get back into the sync of things. So don't rush things. Let's start clearing our thoughts as we are invited to take those baby steps into meditation, helping us plan those and plant those seeds of encouragement, unlocking and decalcifying our pineal gland as we sit in breath. We have learned here that we inhale the blessings, the medicine, and magic that is locked up inside of us, and we exhale to make room for more. Mother Earth is able to scoop them up, recycle them, and guess what? Turn them into more blessings, medicine, and magic. But it starts with clearing your thoughts and connecting to breath. We are learning to train our imagination to control our thoughts, our words, and our actions, using these oracle cards to help make that plan of action, to sit in that moon time. So light your candle. Connect to Mother Earth. This is the way we check in. This is the way we find each other. Next, we clear our thoughts and we connect to breath. Don't worry about how you breathe. Just become aware of breathing. Working on inhaling and using that imagination. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. This is conscious breathing. This is like working on that third eye, seeing with our imagination, unlocking the chambers in our heart. This takes a little while. When you exhale, you make room. When you inhale, when you exhale, Mother Earth is able to scoop them up, recycle them into blessings, medicine, and magic. All but it starts with you. These oracle cards, again, just help us figure out what the message is for today, to give us a better sense of navigation. Think about what you've learned these last moon phases. I like to relate it to a phone update. You ever get a phone update and you're so used to things the way they used to be, and then you get an update that's supposed to be better, and you find it more frustrating than anything? That's exactly what we're working on. It's not like you can always go back to that former update. You have to keep going. You now have to incorporate your life and allow that change to happen. Same thing. We use these oracle cards to, again, make those plan of actions. So now let's use a body scan. A body scan is when we imagine there is a hoop that is connected to our breath. Do this with me. Let your body relax. Imagine a hoop connected to your breath. Inhale, let it go up. Exhale, let it sink down. Gently. Relaxing your forehead. Closing your eyes. Relaxing your jaw. Releasing your tongue. Your neck. Your shoulders. Inhale, let it go all the way back up, as high as you can imagine. This time, let it sink down and let it create a bubble in its wake. That bubble is our transportation. Use your imagination. Let that transportation move. Exhale. Work on that bubble. Work on feeling the hoop. This is your relaxation. This is you using your imagination the way it was intended to help you drift back from conscious to subconscious, entering in the chaos, leaving the chaos, establishing that calm. Use this body scan. If you've reached the end, close off your hoop, tie off your bubble, and create a balloon. With a long cord, like a string or a rope or a root or a ribbon. Let Mother Earth pick it up. As we move into these constellations one after the other, the moon phases moving from one to the other. As we pick up this rhythm, we are reminded that we have now moved into Leo. Leo helps us establish that courage, that insight about us, that confidence, that radiant glow that they talk about. And no shocker, Leo resides in the heart. That ability to receive and give love and intimacy, all from the heart. I'm not shocked when I think of Leo in the heart. Even in The Wizard of Oz, courage from the heart is rare. Our stones, they help us become aware of that. Leo is also ruled by the sun to help create that radiant light that we are asking for. I love the way things work out. So let's begin this journey. Let's begin and find out what direction we sit in. Today, the tribe moves through the sweat lodge, purification. As we pick up momentum, we clean ourselves along the way to rejuvenate ourselves, to have that clear way of thinking. As we all walk the red road to the sacred mountains, we are being asked to make better decisions, to create that will, to have that personal power and create that clean self-esteem. And we start that with the sweat lodge. Next, our sign, Mighty Eagle. Mighty Eagle carries our blessings, carrying our blessings to Great Spirit. As we clean away what no longer serves us, Mighty Eagle will help bring in those blessings. As we walk the red road through the sacred mountains, picking up signs, symbols, synchronicities, animals that cross our way, Elder Snake, asking us to release the old. We all have those garden snakes that remind us to shed our skin, and that even through beauty, there is an opportunity to grow. In our garden, we are asked to shine light, to help release the old, to help us create that stability and ability to receive and give love, to be intimate, to empower ourselves with the words of, I will release the old. I know that my blessings are being taken up by Great Eagle, and that it is time to enter into the sweat lodge, to release what no longer serves us, so that our heart, our radiant confidence of Leo can help us create that new self-esteem, that stability, that foundation. The ancestor that walked before us telling us to fly high and don't forget to breathe. Eagle is the only animal that can fly that high. Breathe with ease. That is why the eagle has been tasked to take those blessings up to Great Spirit. Our ancestor Agatha here telling us to continue to fly high and not to forget to breathe, because we know that through breath, we engage that third eye. We decalcify that third eye. We allow the imagination to explore so that we can see through that illusion. So we can see that our past is a blessing and that we are able to release it because we've learned from it. We know that we are all on a soul coaching, being asked to create that enthusiasm. We know that the red road to the sacred mountains is hard, it's tough, it can be. We are asked to get back into the flow, to follow the river, that along the river there is life, there is purification, there is hope for our future. We know that we are asked to sit quietly, to make those decisions and to listen to our intuition that once again tells us that our vulnerability is our power. Remember, cards come up multiple times to instill a message. To have that repeated to us, your vulnerability is not a curse. Your naive, your sweetness, these are vulnerabilities that we share with each other and have become our power. We no longer see ourselves as those hurt children. We know that there is something greater in the world, something calling us to do better, to do more. And you have heard that call. Once again, telling us that our vulnerability is our superpower. Know that we are all healing that innocent child and that it is time to play. Look at these colors. Do they not go together? Even the butterflies. Even Agatha telling us to fly high. We are these playful little bubbles floating in the air, bouncing off of one another, having no fear, knowing that we are part of a team about something greater and that the best way to do things is your way. Remember that. Don't compare yourself. Allow yourself to see your vulnerabilities as your superpower. That innocence, it's a hard lesson to accept. To see your vulnerabilities and to not feel bad. But to realize that that is the way forward, your way. Using your vulnerabilities as your superpower. Understanding more about yourself. So you can step into that enthusiasm once again. To fly high and don't forget to breathe. To release the old like Elder Snake tells us. To allow our blessings and our medicine and our magic to fly with Great Eagle to the top of those sacred mountains. But first, to get into the flow and to stop and step into that sweat lodge. So we can enter with no hesitation into the sunlight, into the sunlight that has no end, just like forgiveness. Forgiveness is part of releasing the old. And know that the sun of forgiveness, the sunlight of forgiveness has no end. Kind of tripped over those words. And if you're ready, let's take this meditation deeper. Deeper into the void. Deeper into our mind, where we are able to connect those worlds from the void into the calm, into that natural world. We are a gift. We are the earth keepers, being asked to use Mother Nature and to continue to go through that vulnerability. Follow the sound. Follow the sound that leads you. Follow it. Use your clairaudience. Welcome. Welcome once again to our fire. Being built right by the river. Hearing the forest and the birds asking us to unwind. Asking us to step into the sweat lodge that they have built for us. But before we enter, let's do a session of EFT. EFT is emotional freedom technique. This is where we are allowing our body to decide what our mind may be overwhelmed in doing. Releasing. So, find that area on your hand where you would do a karate chop, right in here, and tap. This is how we wake up our emotional body. Switch hands and tap. Next, find that area on your eyebrow, that third eye area. Tap and repeat this phrase. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap the side of your eye, your temple. Tap and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap under your eye and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap under your nose and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap your chin and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Slide down your throat to your beginning of your collarbone and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap under your arm and repeat. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. Tap the top of your head and let this message resonate inside of you. Embrace life with enthusiasm and celebrate even the smallest victory. Just like a child. Hey, look at me, Mom. Let that childlike exuberance radiate to others. This isn't time to be cool or reserved. Find your joy in that ordinary event of life and discover what's great about today. I know things can be hard and it doesn't always feel like you want to express that joy. But you need to remind yourself to embrace life with excitement and celebrate even the smallest victory. And when you have a hard time, call in your tribe. Remember to fly higher and don't forget to breathe. We are 50% visible. We realize that we are the spark that creates that momentum, that makes those decisions and picks up that momentum. But you need to release the old. To remember to pray. To sit with yourself and our Creator and ask for those blessings that you know you deserve. Be confident, be radiant, shine your light. Know that at your core, you have the ability to receive and to give love and to be that intimate partner Step into your self-power, into your personal power, into raising that frequency of self-esteem. Using those words, I will, to make those better decisions. Most of all, remember you're a blessing. So if you're ready, let's make our way back to the void. Don't move. Use your ears. Practice using your magic. Using your imagination. Congratulations. You did it again. You were able to sit for at least 20 minutes, listen to a story, and at the same time, learn a little bit more about yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Remember that the best way forward is your way. As long as you remember to play, know that your vulnerability is your superpower, and celebrate everything in life and live in that limitless joy. Embrace that enthusiasm. Fly high and don't forget to breathe. Once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for connecting, and for subscribing to the idea that we are not alone. We are a tribe, connecting back to the moon phases, getting back in moon time, learning to celebrate everything in life. So if you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Open your eyes to all of your magic. You're a blessing in this world, so I offer you blessings to you, to me, and to all that listen.